Alright, here I have a Coca-Cola can that I have cut the top on, and this is one of the ones that came from like 2014. Anyways, the reason why I'm doing this, look in my can, see it? This can was missing the liner. I have a fresh soda right here, not open. These are new ones. Now I'm going to open this can. I just want to prove something to everyone. What happens with these cans that are missing the liner in them. I drank one of these back in 2014, and I've been sick ever since. And of course, Coca-Cola will not give you any information on what you put in your system, but I end up with chemical burns in my mouth and everything, and a lot of different issues. But anyways, I want to just prove a point here. They say after 3 days without the liner in the can that it will start to corrode. The pop will start to eat the can. You can look how much it boils already. Look at that crap. You see that? And it just will keep boiling and boiling and boiling. Now, could you think of drinking something like this and what might happen to you? I've been fighting with Coca-Cola since 2014. That's when I first got sick to having a drink of one of these. And now I've got to have some extra blood work done, but apparently I can't have anything to do with metal or any chemicals to do with metal touch my skin now, or I will break out in blisters and everything. But I mean, I've had problems with my pancreas, my blood pressure, everything. So you want to watch your cans of pop really closely, because these things this stuff's really, look at this stuff boil. Can you see that? This is really, really bad. As you can tell, without the liner in the can, as you can see, around the up above where the soda is, you can see it already started to rust, and this is aluminum. So this will tell you real quick. Please watch out for drinking any soda. I mean, this is Coca-Cola, and I ended up with 4 cans, I believe, that were bad. Anyways, and like I said, I had one drink out of this, and I've been sick since 2014, and this is 2017 now, and I've gotten better, because I mean, it put me down so far I had to use a cane to get around. So, kids, I mean, if you've got kids, you give them your pop or anything, just make sure that you check it, because what happens is when you pop the lid on this, it will boil over some, but it will not stop boiling, as you can tell by watching this. You can see it boiling still. It will not stop till it drains, most of the pop is gone. The first can that I took the drink out of, I sat in my sink, and after I don't know, a short period of time, over half of it was gone. It just kept boiling, boiling, boiling. It's pushed it out of the top of my can. But look at this stuff boil. I mean, you cannot tell me this is safe for anybody. This is scary stuff. And Coca-Cola, I mean, how can they say this won't hurt you? You know, if you drink this, is what they told me. You should be just fine. But what's funny about it is they called me every other day to check on me. How you doing? How you doing? Well, you know, if you drink this, apparently you're not doing so well. I mean, and plus, if they're going to call you every other day, you've got to kind of wonder if there isn't something else going on here. I mean, they know something, they just will not tell you. But I mean, look at this stuff. It will not stop boiling. And like I say, this is a fresh can of Coca-Cola I have in here. I dumped the other stuff out. This is, like I say, this is all fresh I have in there. And I mean, look at this stuff. It just keeps on going. And so it's really scary. And the more it boils, the more it smells like burnt aluminum, is what I guess is what I'm looking at, the smell of it. One other thing is the smell of that. I mean, even up till today, whenever I sweat some, the smell still comes out of my body. It's freaking crazy. I've had to throw 3 sets of clothing away just because of the smell on my clothes. I mean, we've tried bleaching and everything. The smell will not come out. So you take a look at this stuff, and as you can tell, I mean, look at this stuff still boiling. I mean, is that not scary? This is the worst thing I've ever ran across as far as consumers, you know, being able to drink something. I mean, would you drink this? I mean, with the can, with the lid on it, I mean, it's going to look like this here, which looks perfectly fine. But after you open the lid, you find it looks like this. I mean, really, you're going to think twice now about drinking a Coca-Cola without checking it. My daughter almost drank one that was bad, and she caught it just before she took a drink out of it. And I was so fortunate that she didn't have a drink out of that, and I was really scared. If she would have had a drink, she would have been, you know, sick. I mean, I was at the doctor like 92 times in 6 months over this. And and like I say, I'm still going to the doctor over this. You know, and they're saying that it takes a long time to even get rid of chemical burns. And I've had biopsies out of my stomach. I mean, I've had all kinds of stuff going bad with my system. And so, oh man, look at that stuff go. But like I say, everyone that, you know, watches this video, be very, very careful on drinking Coca-Cola or even Pepsi or whatever. If the liner is missing in the can, this is what happens. So I'm going to tell everybody just to be very, very careful of what you drink, what you put in your system, because this will wreak havoc on your life. I mean, it put me so far down in a few months that I was using a cane to get around. It's the only way I could walk. I couldn't get up. That's it. Took everything I had to move. And one of my trips to the ER room, the doctor that was on call there was talking to my wife, and my wife didn't tell me this of course, until later. But she told me that the doctor wanted her to get a hold of all of our relatives to come in and see me, because he really didn't think I was going to pull through on this. He thought this stuff was really going to kill me. And I mean, it's like I say, it's played havoc on me, and I feel sorry for any kid that's ever had anything. You know, because Coca-Cola didn't do a recall on this or anything. So, I mean, any kids from 2014, this happened in the Northwest. This is out of Washington State. But they say Washington, Oregon, Idaho all had this same allotment came out of there. And they had a full allotment that was bad. And I mean, I don't know how many thousands of cans that is. But you think about it, I mean, that is a lot. And you do not want your kids to get this. I mean, if they get sick, who knows what's wrong with them? How do you figure out what is going on with your kid? And the only thing, I'll tell you right now, the only thing that would touch this is baking soda and water. That was the only thing that stopped the burning from the chemical burns in my mouth. Down my throat and everything, you had to mix baking soda with like Karo syrup, something really thick, and dissolve it all the way so it's really dissolved in it. And then you drink this stuff and you let it sit, and I mean, your throat will just bubble like crazy. It is so, oh man, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I mean, this stuff is really, really bad. But your system, it really plays havoc on your system. You know, I've had so many issues since this drink. I've had bloating, swelling, biopsies done. I mean, I've been through the ringer over this drink. So, please, watch what you put in your mouth, because like I say, you cannot tell that it doesn't look like this. I mean, there's a regular can of Coca-Cola, and I mean, this is what I put in my system. So, I mean, really, you look at this stuff still bubbling. You see that? And it will do this for days. It will just keep bubbling and bubbling. So anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and to please be careful on what you put in your mouth. I mean, like I say, this has really played havoc on me. And so I really don't want to see anybody else getting sick. So please, push this around. Let people know that this is out here. I'll see if I can change it up a little bit so we can see some more of this. Look at this stuff. Just bubble, man. But I mean, look at the can itself. It is just rusted. And look at the lid where I drink out of. See right here? See at the top and the back? Look at that where it's all rusted. That is some scary stuff. So everybody wants to be very, very careful of this. Okay? I want to thank you very much for watching my video. And I will talk to everybody later. I'll try to do another update maybe, and we'll see how it goes. Okay? Thank you.